Today I'm going to unbox and take a look at Vive l'Empereur, a solitaire war game of the Battle of Waterloo, June 18th, 1815, from designer Herman Luttmann and published by Blue Panther Games. Now, I've talked a lot about Blue Panther Games as a third-party publisher, sourcing agent, fulfillment, whatever you want to call, however you want to describe their services, but they, perform the publishing arm of several smaller war game companies and game companies, Catastrophe Games, White Dog Games, or used to do White Dog Games, Hollandspiele Games, the Historical Game Company, probably leaving some out there, but and they used to publish some games themselves, and I think they're getting back into publishing games themselves, and I think this is one of them. I believe this is the second edition, and my understanding is the first edition might have been by White Dog Games, but now the rights are over to Blue Panther, and again the designer is Herman Luttmann. So the other thing about Blue Panther is I got this as part of Blue Panther's holiday sale. So this is probably going to publish several weeks after that sale. So sorry if I'm too late to get you in on that. But it was a pretty decent sale. I don't know if it was, I can't remember if it was like 10, maybe 15% off, something like that. And it was select games from Blue Panther. So and the various other companies that they publish games for. This game is a solitaire game on Napoleonics and the Battle of Waterloo, which is kind of a rarity in and of itself as well. There's just don't see a lot of solitaire Napoleonic tactical games, so that interested me. The publisher interests me. The designer interests me. And the topic, Waterloo. Have a lot of Waterloo games, and it's one of the very famous battle and well covered in both war games and books and the like. So yeah, this is hitting on all cylinders for me. Reading here at the top of the box here, Vive l'Empereur is a solitaire hex encounter war game depicting the decisive Battle of Waterloo on June 18th, 1815. You, playing as Napoleon, are at the, let's pull this up so we both can read it there, are at the culminating battle of your brilliant 100 Days campaign. You have successfully separated the two armies opposing you, the Anglo-Allied Army under Duke of Wellington and the Prussian Army under Field Marshal Blucher. And you have developed You have deployed Marshal Grouchy with a large French force to pursue the recently defeated Prussians. On this day, you must now defeat the Anglo army before the Prussians are able to rally and rejoin the campaign. I call it Grouchy, it's Grouchy. Both Wellington and Blucher are long-time skilled rivals, and both are familiar with your strategy and tactics. In addition, you have been ill for days, and this has affected your judgment and decision-making. Can you overcome these disadvantages and reclaim the uncontested throne of France, and with that, its renewed dominance in Europe? Vive l'Empereur uses a chit pull system to generate random force activations for both sides. The Anglo-Allied and Prussian forces move and conduct combat based on the instructions resulting from the dice roll on their respective activation tables. You must be prepared to expect the unexpected, to seize the advantage when the opportunity presents itself, but also react swiftly if Wellington or Blucher order a sudden counterattack. Because you have historically humbugged the Allies and the Prussians on numerous occasions, you are able to hold some activation shits and use them when they are most valuable to you and to do the most harm to your enemies. By the same token, your health has been compromised and lingering sickness may have become a burden to your ability to command your Lagan Army effectively. Are you up to the challenge? So there you go. There's some examples of the counters there. Looks like it's a top-down view of the units. And there's some of the activation counters there. Complexity is 5. And they don't list out the solitaire because this is solitaire. Although it says 1 to 2 players, I wonder if there are rules to play the other side here. 90 to 180 minutes and 12 plus. So let's get inside this box and see what we have in store for us. As I said, there's a lot of reasons why this game interests me. The designer, the topic, the solitaire nature of it. And, you know, I have quite a few games from Blue Panther. In fact, I don't even know the count. I mean, if you count all the Hollandspiele and the Historical Game Company and White Dog and Catastrophe, I've got a lot of Blue Panther produced games. Typical Blue Panther box, smaller box there, but sturdy. We have a lot of dice in here. Looks like we have 3 red and 3 blue. There we go. Ooh, a lot of counters here. So we've got 3 counter sheets, and these are the typical Blue Panther production counters. Very thick, chunky counters. Printed on both sides there. And we got some more here. That's the back. Let's look at the front here. There's Blucher. There's Wellington. There's the back of those counters. Then we have the French. Again, double-sided. We have the rules, which are 16 pages, but yeah, 16 pages. We have a 2-player scenario, fixed start scenarios, historical Prussians. We have some additional scenarios here. Let's look at the rules proper. Full color, a little bit of a gloss on them, a little bit of a gloss on the paper here. It is just straight out regular printing, no columns here. Game map, unit counters. So this is all components. Then we have sequence of play here. Advanced game turn marker phase, draw activation. Activation phase, activation French units. So we have some notes here. They're a little bit highlighted. So you have maneuver, bombardment, and rally, close combat, and those are pretty much your actions. So bombardment is, you know, ranged attack. Quite a bit of notes here in the margins, or not margins, but in the kind of highlighted. Activating the Anglo-Allied and Prussian units. Prussian arrival, retreats, victory and defeat. There's going to be some victory hexes I think you need to hold as the French. Game setup. And then the where is Grouchy scenario there. And then those other scenarios we saw at the back. Okay, so you got some different scenarios. Let's pop this stuff out, see what else we have in here. This is the Anglo-Allied Prussian Corps activation table. So this is the heart of the AI system, I would imagine. Good thick, you know, player aid type stock. Then here's the player aid. All the sequence of play and the different activations and some references there. Here's the commander activations tables. Okay, and then we have the map. So let's get to the map. It'll be a paper map, which is typical for Blue Panther. And their paper is a little bit thicker. It's just a little bit thicker than what you might see with the some of the other game companies. But it is truly paper. It's not a glossy type situation. So I might have to go out a little bit on this. It looks like we have a turn chart. We have an Allied Coalition marker box and a used activation marker box here. There's those stars. I think those are some of the objective hexes I think you need to take on. Here is La Haye and La Haye Saint, kind of the center of the battlefield. La Balle Alliance. This is kind of where Napoleon had his headquarters, near that area there. Hougoumont over here. So those are two of your big areas or focal points of the historical battlefield. With Wellington around over here, and then of course Blucher will come in from this direction if he comes. There you have it. So that is what you get in a box of Vive l'Empereur, and very interesting. This does not disappoint as far as my interest in this, both from the topic and the designer and the fact that it is solitaire friendly. I didn't look at those rules to see if there's when it says 2 players, I don't know if there's a cooperative or if there's a way to play opposed. I'll have to look that up a little bit. But if you have all played this is a relatively new release. I think the 2nd edition definitely is a relatively new release. So let me know your thoughts on this, what you think about this. I've starting to see, at the time of this filming, I'm starting to see a little bit of content out there, and I want to add to that. So I will do this unboxing and then get it to the table a few times and then give you my thoughts on it. Anyway, thanks all for stopping by. This looks really cool. And let's put the box on there so we can see what kind of get a centerpiece there. Anyway, thanks all. Take care. Thanks for watching.